by the way, I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. So yeah. Hello readers, welcome to my bathroom. Today I'm going to be doing my April wrap-up, and I'm also going to be trimming my hair a bit. I mean, I kind of want like there, so like 4, 5 fingers maybe. We'll see how that goes. Let's get started, shall we? The first book that I read in April was Queen of Hearts by Colleen, and I actually have a whole video on that. Should I put something on the floor? So I don't want to ramble about it too much. How should I? Okay. I think I'm just going to like. How much? Okay. It's gonna be like 4 fingers, 4 or 5 fingers. I want it like there, right? I think that looks cute. What do you guys? You cannot tell me right now, but I guess you'll let me know when I'm done. But this book is basically, I'm just gonna do it little by little, I think, about the story of the Red Queen since she's a teenager, so we're following her. I don't think this is the way that you're supposed to cut your hair. I've done this before, and I'm honestly like, it grows back, you know. But I wouldn't recommend you do this because it can go really bad if you are like really caring about your hair. Interested in like the story. I think it was more adapted to the movies with Helena Bonham Carter as the Red Queen, but that's just me. The next thing that I read was The Hope of Atlantis, which is like a mini novella that happens after Elantris by Brandon Sanderson. So when you're done, I totally recommend you reading that because it's just a really cute extra, you know, moment of the characters at the end. What else did I read? The Restaurant at the End of the Universe. This is the second book in the I haven't done anything. This is the second book in the Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. I love it. Super fun, really smart, really unique way of writing, that is for sure, and I totally recommend you to check that out if you like science fiction. I think you would absolutely appreciate Douglas Adams' writing. What else? Oh, I read They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera, not one of my favorite reads this month, but it was, I mean, I guess it had its moments, and the idea was not that bad. This looks awful. I don't know, can you even see these? It's okay. I want it shorter. I'm gonna go shorter. What was I talking about? Oh yes, They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. This sort of like contemporary, cheeky, cutesy kind of books are not my thing, but if they are, I think you would enjoy these. Oh, if you don't know what this is about, basically we follow through a couple of guys in this world where at the beginning of the day you get a call saying that you're gonna die. So somehow we found a way to know 24 hours before someone dies, so they get like a warning, and we follow these 2 guys who get together through like an app. Yeah, and we just follow them around trying to cope with the idea that they are going to die and all of that. The next one I read was actually a really great one, and I think one of my favorite ones. I'm bored, and I wanted to like get it purple or something, but you know what? Last time that I did that, I really regretted it. I had my hair pink, purple, blue, and it was fun, but I ended up having basically no hair, and it took years for it to grow back and just like be healthy again. So yeah, I'm also not looking at the camera, I'm looking at the mirror and at my hair because I'm trying to get it not as bad. So yeah, what are we thinking? I would like it a tiny bit shorter, would I? Yeah, I think like there, right? My hair used to be way longer because after, you know, all of that chemical burning in my hair, I just decided that I wanted to let it grow, and I was not getting any haircuts for like 2 or 3 years. So my hair was really long, and then I just decided to like start you know, getting it like at this sort of length. I think I like that. What do you guys think? I mean, it's not that bad, but it's not the best. This is so uneven. The next book that I read was Doing Harm by Parsons. I love that. I have a review coming for you on this because it's such an amazing thriller. I picked this up because Stephen King was recommended it and I was not disappointed. It is great. You should totally read it if you're into thrillers. This is about like a psychopath or a sociopath, I'm not sure, that practiced medicine. So it turns bad really quickly and you follow the other character, which is trying to like stop this crazy human being. And it is really good because at the end of the book you're just there like, could this actually happen? Because if it can, it's so crazy. And yeah, a really great book. You should totally check that out if you are into thrillers. I read the third book in the series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket. I am slowly but surely reading the books and I'm having such a good time with that. Honestly, I am loving these. I am so sad that I didn't get to read them when I was a little kid because I think I would have loved them. And you know, I'm still enjoying them as an adult. I wish I hadn't watched the Netflix series before reading them because that kind of spoiled things for me. If you don't know what this is about, basically it's about these 3 really smart, really witty kids that go through a ton of tragedies. And their parents died in a fire and they have to, you know, so they're orphans and they have to go through a ton of different tutors, and Count Olaf, this evil man who wants to take the fortune, keeps following them to basically kill them and steal the fortune somehow. So yeah, it's just really funny and they get out of situations in a really smart way. Yeah, it's really good. I read Mr. Mercedes by Stephen King finally. It has been, I've had this book in my shelf for a really long time. Okay, how should I do this now? I'm just going to like I don't know. It's gonna I don't know how to do this. Yeah, this is about, I have a whole video on it if you're interested as well. But this is about a detective who's trying to find this crazy dude that killed a bunch of people. He just like ran over it with a stolen Mercedes Benz, and it's about sort of like this game between the killer and the detective, or the ex-detective. And it is, I think, a really interesting way of writing a book like this. Really gripping and fascinating because you're following both of the perspective and the way that they're trying to control the other. It was really good. I really enjoyed it and I cannot wait to continue with the trilogy. The Importance of Being Earnest, I also have a video for this because I loved it. I cannot believe it took me such a long time to read it. It was absolutely brilliant and fantastic, and I loved it so much. This is, I think, my favorite Oscar Wilde thing I ever read. It was just that good. It was just phenomenal. And it is just basically a critique to the Victorian high society. It's just so good. You should totally read it. You know, it's like a critique, but in a really funny way. Like, you will be laughing a ton while you read this, because the characters are just absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, really enjoyed that. The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. I read this for the reading rush. That was like a weekend long readathon, and I really love this. Just like going back to Narnia was really great. I never finished the books when I was little, so I think I'm gonna keep on reading them and just like finish the whole thing. I also never watched the movie, so like I literally have no idea how this is going to end. Like, I honestly don't remember, and I never watched like all of the movies, so way shorter. Okay. Look. Can you see that? I think that's okay. I'm just trying to get it like to the size that I want it, and then I think I'm gonna get like the way that I had it, like at the front, some layers. We'll see if I can actually do it, you know. That's the hope and the idea. What do you guys think? Is this really professional way of cutting your hair? Sure is. Yes. Yeah. That's the same size. Yes, I think I got it. Okay, let's get the top. Let's get the top. No. Okay. Look, there's some pieces. That's weird. Okay. Oh yeah, my books. I read Moonwalking with Einstein next. I also have a video for that. Because it was a huge disappointment, honestly. Like, I didn't care for it. What I was looking for in the book was not there, and I was sad about that. And like, yeah, it was not a bad book, but depending on what you're looking for, because I really thought that the author was going to give us like techniques to improve like our memory and all of that, and he really didn't. Like, he only talked about his journey to becoming like a mental athlete, and I really didn't like that. I really wanted to like learn how to use like my mental palace or my mind palace, like Sherlock Holmes, you know. And that did not happen, so I was not super happy about it. But you know, again, depending on what you're looking for, it was just not the book for me. I think before you read it, you should know what it really is about, because you're not gonna get any of the techniques or any of the actual, you know, exercises to get your memory better or anything like that. So yeah, just not my fave this month either. I also read The Sea of Monsters. This is the Percy Jackson and the Olympians second book by Rick Riordan. I am enjoying this so much. I read that book in one sitting, like literally. It was just so good. And just super enjoyable if you want to read something to like just clear your mind, get away from anything and everything, and just like have a little bit of fun and don't care, like you just want to escape the real world for a little while. This is so incredibly fun to read. I think it's really also smart how he incorporates all of this Greek mythology and just makes it a kid's book. It's just so good. They are so good at it. Really enjoying them. I will definitely be reading the rest of them because they are absolutely fantastic and amazing. Totally recommend you to start reading Percy Jackson if you have not read them. Oh, I read Witches of Lytchford by Paul Cornell. He's one of the writers of Doctor Who. I love that TV show, and as soon as I saw that he had these books, I just picked them up. It was a really great surprise. They're really short. They're like little novellas, and this is the first one of them. Really enjoyable. Really different sort of like magic system, really different witches, or kind of witches, especially because one of the characters at the beginning believes in like magic the way a lot of people think of it, like with the crystals and like the rituals type of things, like a lot of the Wicca kind of beliefs, and then she ends up getting a ton more powers. And I don't know, it's really interesting to read. It's funny because what's happening is that the magic, sort of like this place, Lytchford, is protected because of the way that the things are placed in these towns. So like they want to add like a grocery store, and it's a huge fight with everyone in the town, because if they do this, they will leave the walls unprotected. So these like three kick-ass women are trying to avoid that. They're trying to save the town by not allowing this businessman to, you know, basically put like his business there. So it was really fun. Then I read as an audiobook The Raven Boys. I love that. I don't know what I was expecting. I went into it not knowing a lot about it, but I actually ended up really enjoying it. It's got a lot of like mysteries and intrigue, and at the end of the book you're there left not knowing a lot of things, and I really want to continue with the series, that's for sure. Like this, I think is going to be one of my absolute fave YA series, because it is just so well done. We're following this girl called Blue, and her family are psychics, which also really cool. Are psychics, and they actually, you know, like they're the real thing. And she is not a psychic, but she has this like extra energy. So whenever her mom is like doing a reading or something, she calls her and she like amps up the energy for her mom. It's really cool. She meets these Raven Boys. And there's like this prophecy, or everyone that is, you know, a psychic has told her that she will kill her first love or her true love if she kisses them. So like if she kisses the boy that she loves, he will die. And we think that is one of the Raven Boys, and that's a whole thing. So we have a little bit of romance, but it's not like super overwhelming. And the story, it's about so much more than that. The mystery, the intrigue, the sort of like the what is that? The goal that these Raven Boys are trying to achieve is pretty cool, and it brings a ton of the story. I don't want to spoil it, but it is just so good. Completely recommend. If you're one of those people that are like really picky, especially when it comes to YA, I do think that this is one book for you, because I am also really picky with YA. Sometimes I'm like, this again, because it has a lot of the same tropes a lot of the time, but this one is actually, I think, really original, and again, just like all the intrigue will leave you wanting more. The Metamorphosis by Kafka, which I'm not going to talk about, because if you watch my blog, my latest blog, you will see that I was actually really sad after reading that. I don't understand what the point is with this book in particular. I feel like maybe the point is that there is no point, and that is so sad and depressing. I think it's going well. Like at this point I'm just like cutting wherever I feel like I should be cutting. So it's probably gonna end up being terrible, but you know what? It's okay. It's also really hot where I live, and I just need my hair to be shorter. This book is just talking about how awful things just happen sometimes in life, and you just have to go through them. There's like no other way. And that is really depressing. Guy who wakes up one day and he's torn into a huge bug, like a cockroach. I hate that. It was really disgusting, and the first time that I read it in middle school, I was just like, ew! And I thought I was going to be able to take out more from the story now that I'm like a little bit more grown up, but I didn't. It was still disgusting and depressing, and I'm not rereading that ever again. Lady Windermeres Fan by Oscar Wilde, another play. I enjoy this a lot. I do think that there are some feminist topics in there. Definitely a lot of like the marriage, how that was back then. I do think that it is really fascinating, at least to me, to just like see how things work back there, how society worked back then. And I did really enjoy like reading this, because Oscar Wilde has a way of, you know, introducing you into this world back then, telling you all of these like crazy rules that they had, but doing it in like a fun way. And I never expect, like every single time that I'm reading something new from him, like I never expect what the ending is going to be, or even where the story is going. And I think you should really go ahead and read some of his plays, because they are really short and you will totally enjoy them. The last thing that I read was Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I love this. It's become one of my absolute favorites. It was the first time reading a Jane Austen novel, and honestly, it was golden. I hadn't read any Jane Austen before, because I thought that it was just going to be like super cliche, super romantic, and that I was going to be like, oh, please kill me. But no, it was so good. I took it more, I think, as like one way to explain how things worked back then, but also there's just so much to learn from those situations, but she's doing it in a way that you just love it, with characters that are really great and fun, that you just really like. The romance in some situation is ridiculous, that you do question like, where do we, you know, draw that line between loving someone and marrying someone because we love them, and choosing what is best for us. Well, definitely society is divided by socioeconomic factors, and especially back then, and it's kind of funny to watch how this plays out. And also it's nice to see how sometimes, you know, you have to draw the line, and what is right for you also, like what will make you happy. Everything. The characters were super entertaining to me as well, so yeah, love Jane Austen. She's one of my faves now. What am I thinking? I think I'm done with my hair. What do you guys think? Is it super bad? You can definitely see that I caught it myself, like start making sure that it's like even and it's not, see? Oh yeah. So those are the books that I read in the month of April. 16 books. I guess that's okay-ish. I'm not a professional. I wouldn't advise you to cut your own hair at home, especially if you really care about it and the way that it looks. Like, not the best idea, but I mean, also, or like, if you're home, no one is watching your hair, like, no one is gonna look at it. It's gonna go grow back again. That is my wrap up for the month of April. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you actually had like a good time watching this, if not just like cringing while I cut my hair. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know, what do you think of my hair? I don't think it's that bad, but like, let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Again, please make sure that you thumbs up and subscribe for more weird, awkward bookish content. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. think I like